Tale of Despereaux, Chapter 25, A Vicious Circle. Mykah called the man who purchased her uncle, as she said she must, and also he said she must. Mykah tended Uncle's sheep and cooked Uncle's food, and scrubbed Uncle's kettle. She did all of this without a word, or thanks, or praise from the man himself. Another unfortunate fact of life with Uncle was that he very much liked giving. Mykah, what he referred to as a good clout to the ear. In fairness to Uncle, it must be reported that he also inquired whether or not Mykah was interested in receiving the clout. Their daily exchange went something like this. Uncle, I thought I told you to clean the kettle. Mykah, I cleaned it. Uncle, I cleaned it good. Uncle, it's filthy. You have to be punished, won't you? Mykah, gore, Uncle, I cleaned the kettle. Uncle, are you saying that I'm a liar, girl? No, Uncle. Uncle, do you want a good clout to the ear then? Mykah, no thank you, Uncle, I don't. Alas, Uncle seemed to be as entirely unconcerned with what Mykah wanted as her mother and father had been. The discussed clout to the ear was always delivered. I am afraid, with a great deal of enthusiasm on Uncle's part, and received absolute no enthusiasm at all of the part of Mykah. These clouts were alarmingly frequent, and Uncle was scrumptiously fair in paying attention to both the right and left side of Mykah. So it was that after the time, young Mykah's ear came to resemble not just such ears as pieces of cauliflower stuck to either side of their head, as they became about as useful to her pieces of cauliflower. That is to say that they all but ceased their functioning as ears. Words for Mykah lost their sharp edges, and then they lost their edges altogether and became blurry, blankety things. She had a great deal of trouble making any sense of it all. The less Mykah heard, the less she understood. The less she understood, the more things she did wrong. And the more things she did wrong, the more clouts to the ear she received. And the less she heard. This is what is known as a vicious cycle, and Mykah was right in the center of it, which is not, reader, where anybody would want to be. But then, as you know, what Mykah wanted had never been much concern to anyone.